morning, cadre. Wednesday, not special day. I'm going to be using the Sorrentino. I call it the Oregon State brush after my alma mater, Oregon State. We're going to be using CBL Russian tea. I'll tell you, I don't know, I guess this is Dave in Kentucky week here or something like that. The reason I picked this soap is I wanted something that I knew wouldn't leave behind a residual scent. Like I said, most of my soaps, my experience is they don't, but what we're doing today is that Mr. Kentucky excuse me, has been asking, I'm curious about the difference between Penhaligon's Endymion, the EdP and the EdC. So, got them both here, and he asked quite some time ago. Well, let me show you this first. I'm switching back to the Vector, did a few off Vector shades, and I wanted to show you, this is the part, look at this, that drives me nuts. Look at these little, there's the base plate and the cap, and look how tiny they are. They barely are big enough to hold the blade. So we're putting in another Schick P30 blade. Uh-oh. Maybe, I think there's more. Maybe there's no more in there. Oh, look at me. I'm all lathered up, ready to go, and didn't think this one through, did I? I swear there's another blade in there. No, I think we hit the end of the lot. This will move, but nothing comes out, and if it hits the end of whatever's there, darn it. Darn it. Alright. Hope we got these left. So we're gonna go back to the Feather Proguard. Oh, there we go. My old go-to. So you gotta slip this thing on. You see there's a little tiny post there and two little dots. So you stick it on there. And see, and then this is where I always get screwed up, is the thing is pretty symmetrical. There we go. So the issue is there's very little visual clues to let you know which way to put the thing in. And then so you've got your post there is not a full circle. So I always do this kind of slowly. I haven't heard of anybody cross threading the thing, but wouldn't take much. All right, so here, let me get these off. Man, here we go. So my apologies to the other Dave, because he had asked me some time ago, and I told him I would sniff them as soon as I got home. And that was probably, what, a week ago? He knows my memory, so he just reached out again this morning, and I figure, well, if I think about making a video about it, then I'm less likely to forget it. So here we are. The memory technique. But I guess you see, I wanted just to buy things that I think I like and then just enjoy them. And I don't necessarily care about the details. Like, I need to remember which blades I like, and somewhat which razors they work in, stuff like that. But so like these scents, I'll smell one, like it, buy it, and then I'm not thinking really about, I have a general idea of the scent of it, but in terms of specific scent notes it's supposed to have, or the year it's made, or who the nose was that mixed it, all that stuff, I don't know. Okay, we've got Chris, the other Chris, one of the other Chris's, goes by CHM737. I think I got that right. He's got an incredible knowledge base of not just scents, and I guess it makes sense, but different releases of the same scent. You know, he'll say, you know, the one that was released in the 80s is more of these notes. They were reformulated a bit in the 90s, and now it's like this. And it's, man, impressive. And he's got some good stuff. So that's the kind of knowledge I won't ever have. So I bought it, like it, use it. We were kind of talking about that at work yesterday, not in terms of scents, but in terms of memory recall and how you process thoughts and stuff, because I don't remember what brought it up, but I mentioned that whatever we were talking about, I was the same way with directions. That I really can't give people very good directions at all. Because the places I do know how to get to, I couldn't tell you what streets I use to get there, because I personally don't need to know that. I need to know, you know, I go down this road until it starts to curve like this, and then it's after this store. I'm very visual about that. You know, I know it's in this general area and it's a street with stoplights at it, so I just keep going until I hit one, the big street with the stoplights, not a small street without, like, you know, kind of like that. So anyway, yeah, I gotta get more of those shicks. Toot Sweet. Because this is funny. I think we found this in the trials when they were doing the pass around with a vector, that for many of us, the Proguard is the smoothest razor we can use in anything that takes a Artist Club razor blade, Artist Club blade. But it's proving again that for the vector, it's the Schick. Because the head is so small, I keep thinking, oh, like, maybe I got one of these pieces on backwards or something. I didn't. That's the way it's supposed to look. But it's a little bit tuggy. And so for some reason, you want something a little bit more aggressive with this razor than any other razor that takes AC blades. Because the Feather Pro was even, you know, I can't use that. I can, but I pay the price for it. In like the Feather SS folding razor or the Asylum RX. It'd be just too aggressive, but it worked better in the vector than the Proguard. So, and there we go. There we go. No alum sting whatsoever. I don't know. I think we need to take Blacklands public. All the folks in the cadre can be investors, and we'll spread the word. I wonder, do you suppose guys would that aren't into wet shaving would go for that. I don't even know. These things are, what, they're over 200 bucks, these Vectors? I think so, or around there. Anyway, they're not cheap razors. If someone new to wet shaving that always used cartridges or an electric or something like that, experienced the closest shave that they've ever had and no razor burn whatsoever, would they pay whatever, $200, $225 for a razor that they could use for the rest of their life? Interesting. For some reason I'm betting not, but I don't know why not. It's your face, man. Thayer's lemon. Yeah, don't worry, we got it. Got another bottle on order. We'll be okay. So there's the shave. Here's my Oregon State brush without suds on it. I think what I'll do, I'll probably pause the video, finish getting ready. We'll do a little bit of the Nivea 2-in-1, and then after everything's dried down a bit, then I'm going to spray the 2 Endymions on each arm, and we'll see how that goes. I'll just be able to give you first impressions. Dry down will have to be posted, theshavingcadre.com, on my journal page. If you haven't been there, stop on by, check it out. Short video for you today, guys. I guess that's it. See you on the forums. Boom! We're back. Crazy how I said I'll be back, and then I said goodbye, and now I'm back, but we're in a different place. It's a crazy day. So what happened is that I did come back in the shaved in, sprayed on perfume here, cologne here. Gave them both a healthy dose just to make sure there's enough on there during dry down to pick up on differences. And the whole bathroom smelled like Endymion. So it was too small of a space, too much scent. I couldn't even smell the cologne anymore. So I decided I needed to wait till I got to work, let them dry down, kind of be in a new space. And then I asked a couple people their opinion because, so I think I put on enough that the perfume is just nose blinding me to the cologne. And I don't think that can be argued, that the perfume is definitely a stronger scent. And I think lasts a little bit longer for me, but that was not the question. The question is the scent different other than strength? So I got a little whiff myself. I brewed some coffee, sniffed it right away. I know you're supposed to have coffee beans, but I just got a Keurig. So so in my mind, the cologne is a little bit softer, and the perfume is a little bit more sharper and peppery. And that makes sense because that takes me back to when I was smelling these originally in the dearly departed Penhaligon store at Stanford Mall. We will miss you. That I like peppery. And I knew that I liked the perfume better because I knew I liked the more expensive one better, and that was the perfume, and that was it, is it had a little bit more oomph to it. So, but I did ask 2 people here, and then this negates almost everything. The first person I asked thought that the cologne was stronger, but there wasn't much difference in the scent. If anything, the cologne was a little bit more peppery. The other person thought the same thing I did. They thought, in fact, that the words that they used were the cologne was a bit floral and more feminine than the perfume, which was stronger, more peppery, and more masculine. So there you go. And you know what I'm going to do, buddy? I'm just going to send you the cologne. You try it out. You keep it. We'll work something out someday. Nobody's going anywhere anytime soon, so it doesn't even have to be right now. But that's the difference. They both said that they both smell pretty good. So it really does come down to individual noses. I thought that was interesting that somebody thought that the cologne smelled stronger. So that goes to prove you can get scent notes, you can get general information from folks, but unless you're smelling it yourself, you really don't know what it's going to smell like to you. So, hope that helps. Again, see you on the forums.